and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are still working on Julius Caesar. We are still in Act 2, Scene 1, and today we get to hear from, surprise, surprise, Marcus Brutus, yet again. So, what's going on? Everybody, all the conspirators are sort of gathered at Brutus's house in the middle of the night. We find out in just a couple minutes that it turns out to be like 3 o'clock in the morning. They're all gathered there to make sure that everybody's on the same page. Brutus told everybody that they don't need to swear an oath, that this is actually their duty, and anybody who doesn't do this is letting Rome down, that sort of a thing. And then at the end of Brutus's monologue from yesterday, they're like, so should only Caesar be killed, or maybe should we kill Mark Antony too? And everybody's like, yeah, let's kill Mark Antony too. We might as well, like, he loves Caesar, so let's kill Mark Antony too. And Brutus says, our course will seem too bloody, Caius Cassius, to cut the head off and then hack the limbs, like wrath in death and envy afterwards. For Antony is but a limb of Caesar's. Let's be sacrificers, but not butchers, Caius. We all stand up against the spirit of Caesar, and in the spirit of men there is no blood. Oh, that we then could come by Caesar's spirit and not dismember Caesar. But, alas, Caesar must bleed for it. And gentle friends, let's kill him boldly, but not wrathfully. Let's carve him as a dish fit for the gods, not hew him as a carcass fit for hounds. And let our hearts, as subtle masters do, stir up their servants to an act of rage, and after seem to chide 'em. This shall make our purpose necessary and not envious, which, so appearing to the common eyes, we shall be called perjurers, not murderers. And for Mark Antony, think not of him, for he can do no more than Caesar's arm when Caesar's head is off. So, it's kind of an interesting speech. Basically, he's saying, let's not kill Mark Antony because it's like a group of robots or a group of cyborgs or something like that. Once you kill the leader, the rest of them are gonna like just sort of fall off and not be able to function, or vampires or whoever it is, where like if you kill the head vampire, none of the other vampires can vampire anymore. That's sort of what he's saying about Caesar, is if we just stop Caesar, then everything will be fine. We don't need to kill all of his minions too, because they're gonna be totally ineffectual without him. And by the way, while we're killing Caesar, let's be civil about it, which is sort of an interesting thing. And I think that this goes back to what Brutus was saying before, that he's never actually thought of Caesar as being like over emotional and rash and stuff like that. He's thought of Caesar as actually being a good, rational, logical leader. He's just afraid of what Caesar's going to become. So it's sort of like, let's kill him nicely. Let's not make a big deal about it. And then once we've done it, let's make it look to the people like we don't really approve of the fact that we had to do this horrible thing, that we really had to do, or else we were letting down Rome, because then the people will buy it and be on our side, and not, they'll hold us up as martyrs and freers of the people, as opposed to throwing us in jail for murdering Caesar. So the rest of the group is like, okay, fine, we'll just let Mark Antony go. And then somebody's like, but are we absolutely sure that Caesar is going to come to the Capitol in the morning? And Brutus is like, don't worry about it. I got it. I'll make sure that he's there. I can persuade him better than anybody. I'll make sure that he's there. And everybody's like, okay, so it's 3 o'clock now. Let's meet back at the Capitol at 8 o'clock in the morning. 8 o'clock in the morning. 8 o'clock in the morning. All right, 8 o'clock in the morning. They all part ways, and one might think that Act 2, Scene 1 would end there, but it doesn't, because it's 3 o'clock in the morning and Brutus is still not sleeping, and his wife has happened to notice. So she comes down and enters the room, and tomorrow we get to hear her perspective on this whole thing. Yay, female character! So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow so that we can hear from Portia. Mwah.